With Spades, who was originally part of the Disrupt. Why is Disrupt so hard to say?
Disrupt.
Okay. With Spades, who was originally part of the... bro, I can't say Disrupt.
You got it.
Okay. With Spades, who was originally part of the Disruptor. I can't say it, bro. Welcome, everybody, to episode 1 of The Hard Breach. I am your host, Lauren Goddess Williams, and this is going to be a weekly show that covers everything Siege related. So this week, Ubisoft absolutely dropped the bomb on everybody and released an update on Tuesday that changed almost everything on the game, everywhere from Maestro losses ACOG. I don't know what you Maestro mains are going to do. The ADS changes. Smoke is now one of the slowest ADSing operators I've ever seen in my life, so good luck sitting in sight. And then there's also the new Vulcan update, and Easily tweeted about it, and he said that it made him feel like he was playing on 60 hertz. So I don't know if that's going to be good or not, but it's more the fact that it's literally a week before Invite, and Ubisoft is changing everything about the game. So how do you guys feel about that? Achieved is not happy. He actually tweeted out that it is absolutely unacceptable that a change this big is happening a week before Invite. TSM is probably going to have to turn around and change a bunch of their strats because, I mean, it's a week before Invite and all these changes are happening. You either have to adapt or you're going to lose. And let's go through some of those changes. So like I said, Maestro lost his ACOG. So now unless you're playing on like 5-4, you're absolutely playing on 60 FOV. I mean, is Maestro going to be as useful? Is he going to be able to hold those long angles that he used to be able to? I mean, he still has 81 bullets, so I mean, he's still going to be able to let it rip. But is it still going to be the same? So it seems to me that Ubisoft is trying to slow the pace of the game down, but then they're adding operators like Amaru into the game, whose literal job is to yeet in through a window and possibly die in the first 30 seconds. And on other news, Goyo's still not nerfed. This man is still walking around with the most powerful shotgun in the game. Like, if you ever get into a gunfight with Goyo or Cade, chances are you're not going to come out winning that fight. He still has impacts and C4s, and he has 3 shields that single-handedly waste, about a minute and a half with all the fires that come out of that. So, like, I don't really understand what the point of slowing the pace of the game down is when you're adding operators like that to the game. That's just my 2 cents. And then, meanwhile, Smoke players are literally just sitting in sight, making all the rotates, and then when it actually comes down to engaging in the fights, they're taking 45 seconds to ADS. Like, the point of nerfing, like, the SMG-11, I don't really understand, considering it has 17 bullets. I don't know. And then with the SMG-11 changes, like, the recoil is a little hard to handle. Maybe. I mean, if Super can use it, I think everybody can use it. But at the end of the day, the SMG-11, with the recoil that it does have, it's a high skill cap gun. Like, you might have 17 bullets, but chances are you're zigzagging everywhere you shoot. So if you don't hit the headshot within the first couple bullets, you're probably going to lose that fight. And this week, Dark Zero took TSM to Clubhouse. But I can tell you that TSM took them to absolute Pound Town. They won 7-2. Last season's champions are getting 7-2'd by a team that just made a change. Is their change better? Is Geo just better? I mean, it looked like Geo was just better. He was winning 1v4 left and right. I don't know what's going on. But I don't know. Are TSM the new kings? Is Dark Zero kind of falling off a little bit, or are they still adjusting to their changes? And then at the bottom end of the table, Tempo Storm got their first win since signing with the org, about 3 months ago? Against EG. Dream went 13-3, and Crazy at 100% cost. Is that a turnaround for Tempo Storm, or is EG actually just that bad? And EG just replaced everybody's favorite player / coach, Gotcha, with Spades. So with Spades, who was originally part of the Disrupt roster, with Modiga, who are now, they're back on the same team. They used to be the duo. But is that going to be enough to save the team? Because thank God there's no relegations this season, or that team might be the team to get relegated. And then with E United, Alfama just got his P1 visa approved. Is Reed still going to be replaced? Should he be the one that is getting replaced? I mean, I don't want to call anybody out, but Reed's been popping off this season. I don't know if he's the one person that you would want to replace, even if he went into this season knowing he was a sub. Reed's probably been your top player for a lot of your games. Is he the one that they should replace? What do you guys think? And then in the last game, Thai Station Gaming against Luminosity. Luminosity coming off the week before that, getting 7-1 by Dark Zero, turning around and tying with Space Station. Why can't Space Station close out their games? What's going on? Why can't they be as good as their content team? These are the U.S. national champions. I don't know what's going on in NA anymore. This shit's wild. What is happening in NA? Like, all of the top teams are now, like, losing their minds and they're losing 7-2, or they're tying with people that aren't really good at winning games. I mean, the only team that seems to be doing good is TSM. Are they our last hope? Are they the only team that we think has a chance of getting out of their groups at Invite? Bro, I don't know anymore. I mean, who's going to win Invite? Is it going to be an NA team? I mean, I thought we had a pretty good chance this season, but the only team that I think looks pretty good is TSM. I don't know. All right, so let's talk about Invite just a little bit. G2 got invited. Are we surprised? Absolutely not. I think the Kings of last Invite should have a chance to defend their spot, but they just replaced Goga. Why, I don't know, but they replaced him with Kryne. Kryne did not have a good season. Let's put it that way. We're gonna be nice. G2 actually just got Sir Boss on loan from Penta, and then turned around and they turned around and they beat Empire. All right. So let's talk about Group A a little bit. Group A is Empire, Dark Zero, FaZe, and Fnatic. I know Fnatic, you guys just had a little bit of a flight over from Australia, but I don't think it's looking very good for you. Dark Zero and Empire are probably going to be your two winners from that group. I can't see FaZe coming out on top unless they somehow get faced up against Dark Zero, and they are miraculous. And then, like we were saying earlier, Dark Zero, they should come out of the group, right? Statistically, they should come out of the group. On paper, they're probably one of the better teams in that group. But they also just got 7-2'd by TSM. So, is this FaZe's chance to actually get out of the group? Or is Dark Zero going to turn around and prove that they are a LAN team? I don't know. And Group B, let's talk about Group B. There's no way that TSM doesn't come out of this. I know that Na'Vi just won Japan, and Rogue is currently in first place in EU, but the way that TSM has been playing, there's no chance that they don't win. But SSG might be in for a bit of a struggle. Are they going to be able to beat Rogue, who's actually in first place for EU? Are they going to be able to beat the former champions of Japan? SSG might be looking like they're on a bit of a struggle bus. But then again, SSG also has a positive record against Rogue at previous LANs. Can they keep it up? And are they actually going to come out on top? Are they going to pull an NA and go home early? I don't know. So I personally think TSM and Rogue are going to come out on top, even though SSG does have a good win rate against them. But, I don't know. Thai Station Gaming might come back and bite them in the butt. Go Team USA. There are 3 Brazilian teams in Group C. MIBR, Liquid, and NIP. And then there's the Giants. Who the are the Giants? Who do they just pick up? I have no idea. And in person, I know nothing about the Giants, so I'm going to be a little biased and say that I think Liquid and MIBR are going to come out of Group C, but, if they want to show that APAC is actually able to show up, maybe we'll get another APAC team. So, at least I think the plus side of Group C is 1 Brazilian team is at least going to make it out. Probably 2, considering APAC hasn't necessarily had the best win rate at LANs, but at least get 1 Brazilian team. That's better than none. All right, and then Group D's got a little bit of everything. You got Reciprocity, you got Wildcard, and then you got BDS and G2. With G2's experience, there's absolutely no way that they don't come out of this group. But the real question is who's going to come with them? Is it going to be Team Shaiko? Is Shaiko going to continue to entry frag on their support, which is Habana? Or is Reciprocity actually going to turn around and start making improvements and maybe win a couple games? I was going to say Wildcard, but I think you guys also had a very long flight. You might be going home a little early too. You and Fnatic. I don't know. We'll see. But then again, Wildcard did take a map off of Na'Vi in Japan. So maybe we're in for a bit of a surprise. Maybe Wildcard will actually be a bit of a wild card. Who knows? I know I definitely don't. You guys tell me who you think's going to come out of Group D. Or I guess like every group, who do you guys think's going to win Invite? Who's going to get first? Who's going to get second? Who's going to be the first team to get knocked out of groups? Let me know what you think. There's no way that TSM does not win. You have Merc, who's been going absolutely Super Saiyan. He's been a bit of an Ash main, but statistically, he was at the top for the whole split. He is positive on entry frags. He doesn't have very many opening deaths. He's destroying everything that comes in his way. Then you got Achieved, you have Bolo, you have Pojo, and then you have Gio, he's been the clutch master. I don't see TSM not winning. So, and then talking about Clutch Master, let's go into the play of the week. And we're back with our boy Gio, who literally he took them down it was a 1v4. He won a 1v4. That's not something that happens in Pro League ever. Roll the clip.
Jacuzzi, one more actually here for Dark Zeros. Gio's been able to find 2, and he's left alone against Skies.
Right. And then here you see Dark Zeros doing their typical roam clear, going top down, and Gio is literally just single-handedly peeking, he's peeking people with Legion. Hot and Cold tried to come through Moto Hatch. Didn't really work. He had the bomb. Bomb did not go down successfully. And Gio is he's just winning all of his gunfights. You put Gio in 1v1v1v1s, he's going to win all of them. He's literally stuck in the middle of a hallway, and he's still winning all of his 1v1v1s. If you're in a 1v4 situation, you can't sit there and put it, and you can't take ones. You got to push them. You got push them at the same time. These are last year's champions. These are mistakes you cannot be making when you were literally a season winner. But Gio the hero, maybe he's just what TSM needs. And that concludes episode 1 of the Hard Breach. Next week, we're going to be covering anywhere from CL standings to, if you guys have any other questions or standpoints you guys want to be covered, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I've been your host, Goddess, and you've just been breached.